Come on, come on. Where? You're in there. I can feel you. Oh yeah. Previously on It's Tail Time.
Can you contact Sendu?
No problem.
Hey Joe, what up?
Well, I got the review done. The movie was pretty meh quality. I thought you could do better than this, Sendu. But that's not why I called.
Oh yeah? Why did you then?
I came up with a Super Sentai movie that I'm sure you'll hate to review. Gokaiger, Goseiger, Super Sentai 199 Hero Great Battle.
That one? Oh, that's one of my favorites! Great choice!
Wait, what?
Thanks for the movie selection. See you next time. Woo! Whew. I shouldn't get careless with this thing. Well, this isn't how I planned to start my Super Sentai reviews, but here we are. These will be reviews of both the movies and the series, not at once, because, you know, it's a different experience. But as some people have been asking during these Where Are They Nows, get a little confused, to be honest, about this. It's the Japanese show, and now this is my new series to review them, called, I'm not sure yet, but next time we'll have a name, I promise. So, without further delay, as me employee Joe points out, and he said it wrong, Gokaiger, Goseiger, 199 Heroes Great Battle, or however you want to translate it. Now before tackling this film, let me teach you a little bit about this pirate season. To celebrate the 35th anniversary, they did something a little bit more out there than before. Rather than just one event, normally a movie or something, the whole series is dedicated to it with their ability to into any of the past Sentais at will, usually to adapt to a situation, but sometimes just to show off or because they can. And other times just to pay respects to a past member. Also, having guest appearances from past team members almost every other episode as they attempt to persuade them to giving them their grand power. Not to say that there isn't more to the story and their own original moveset and all that, but we will go more into that when I give the series an independent review. But for now, I just want to focus on their first movie, Gokaiger, Goseiger, Super Sentai 199 Hero Great Battle. A movie celebrating the 35th anniversary, like I already said, of the whole franchise that is Super Sentai. Starting with the title, Gokaiger, Kaiju Sentai Gokaiger, or Pirate Squadron Gokaiger, being the 35th team and the newest at the time, which was 2011, and Goseiger, Tenzo Sentai Goseiger, the 34th team, an Angel trading card theme, which we will see probably next year as Power Rangers. Also, 199 Heroes because, well, the first episode of Gokaiger opened with one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen, with all the past teams coming together for one huge showdown with no explanation. And in this film, we actually get to see an extended one, as well as many past characters receiving credit. Now, this all sounds flashy on paper, but how well does it hold up as a film? Well, let's find out. The film opens up with Gosei Red being smashed through the title text card, as we see the Goseigers losing a fight with the Zangiak, which are pretty much the pirate theme's putties, to put it simply, and you can see their mech destroyed behind them. So, they flee to meet up with their senpais, i.e. past Sentai members, who will soon be there to help them. But oh, look who won't give up. However, all is okay when guess who shows up to save the day. Now, I know, seeing those costumes, you wanna laugh. It's obvious. But these were the leaders of the first two teams, so just imagine, this is like the Tommy and Jason of the Sentai universe. And the original actors returning after like 30 years, Aka Ranger, Noya Makoto at age 60, about to be 61 as filming, and he still got it. Same with Big One, Hiroshi Miyachi, who is actually a year older. Anyway, they rush off to join the other teams when another ambush shows up. But it's okay because this one will be handled by all the extra heroes that didn't show up for that first episode fight, as either they forgot to or they're not important enough. So, they leave them to them and we are finally ready to get started. Now, as this plays, something in the back of my mind is screaming to point out the plot holes. Some of these guys are supposed to be dead, others left the planet, and it literally makes no sense that they could all come together. But who the heck cares? This is just way too much fun to watch to complain about. Wow. So much action and we're only 6 minutes in. Anyway, they managed to fight off the guys on the ground, but once the ships start blasting, they know they're in trouble. So, everyone gives up their powers for one big blast that takes out the fleet with some pretty lame CG, I'll be honest. They win, but their powers are scattered over space in the form of keys randomly, never to be seen again. Now this takes us to the present day. The Gokaigers have long since found all these keys, and another fleet of Zangiak have come, i.e. that's the basic plot of the series. So, to bring this crossover together, the Goseiger steal back their keys as the Gokaigers try to use them in battle. Then they end up getting into a big fight over Gosei Knight's key, which follows the basic formula. They fight their counterparts, are evenly matched, which doesn't make any sense seeing as how only one of them were able to fight off Zangiak on their own. And it ends with both teams' finisher blowing up in their faces. Meanwhile, at the baddies' main ship, they receive a surprise visit from the Black Cross Fenrir, or King, who was the main bad guy of the first season, Go Rangers. So it's like Lord Zed or Rita of this universe. And what a shock, they join forces. Then we get some nice fan service with one of the past heroes, or rangers, I'll call them for convenience, is giving food to children at school's recess. Then on his way to another one, he and several other past rangers, with helpful flashbacks to identify who's who, simultaneously run into a suicidal case and try to help them. No real point to this, but hey, it's fan service. They cut back here every now and then, but I don't see much purpose in explaining it any further because it's pretty predictable. He tells a dramatic backstory, they cheer him up. Well, back to the conflict. The fight over the keys has moved on to Megazords, again using that name for convenience, which does not end well. The keys are stolen and the 10 of them are warped away in groups of 2 and 4. So now everyone's in, I'm not really sure where. But time is frozen and everyone is forced to put aside their differences and blah blah blah. They bond and fight villains from the past. Some bond over being the ones who wanted a peaceful solution. Others to determine fighters. The leaders, of course. And my personal favorite, the 2 Yellow Rangers, actually acknowledging the fact that it's the same character with a different actress and name. In the end, they decide to stop fighting and have a serious talk about things once the conflict is resolved. Also, Gosei Knight comes back. His key, which wasn't in the chest with the rest of them because of the struggle over that, was brought to him by Navi. Yes, it just wouldn't be a pirate theme without a robot bird to serve as their alpha. Now, the Ranger keys have been turned into minions, and we get the group movie henshin / roll call. Oh boy.
Gokaiger!
のスカイクパワー
星ブラック
恵みのランディングパワー五星イエロー
怒涛のチークパワー五星ブルー星を清める宿命の騎士五星ナイト
星を守るは天使の使命転送戦隊ゴセイガ
豪快レッド豪快ブルー
ー豪快イエロー
豪快グリーン
豪快ピンク
海賊戦隊ゴーカイガー
Well, they fight the fake rangers, who hold up about as well as putties. But we do get to see some old stock footage and some of the new moves, so it's pretty cool. And, once defeated, they return to Keys and conveniently find their way back to the chest. Thank goodness for those janitors. Now things start to get pretty over the top. Yes, even more so. As Black Cross kindly points out, everyone is now tired from this fight, and he returns grows like they always do and attacks them while they're open. All hope is lost until... At last, after some inspirational talk from past heroes, all the keys come to life and we get the... Which easily takes out Black Cross, and I guess it was only good for one shot since it vanishes afterwards. When, plot twist, he grows again! Oh snap. Now they actually do get in their mechs or megazords or whatever you want to call them, but fail to fight back, and almost instantly, seriously, everyone gives up and breaks down in the sight of death. Just as if the end of the world was already announced. Okay, quick backstory. In the Goseiger season, they befriend a kid named Nozomi, and he was a burden in several fights, but turned Gosei Knight into a more reliable ally, and they got to mooch off of him for the season. Now, the only reason I'm telling you this is because guess who makes a cameo? Well, with some inspirational words from him and the cheering of school kids, the toys... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the suicidal guy and one of the school kids had toys of past teams' mechs, Zords, or whatever. They light up, and this happens. Now this is awesome. I mean, yes, it's kind of out of nowhere and some of the stock footage is a little dated, but none of that seems to matter when you see the sheer thrill of having all of them fighting at once. Well, by the end of that, the Gokaigers obtain Goranger's grand power, and finish things off with a Everything goes boom and the conflict is resolved. Yay. At last, the Goseigers decide to give back the keys, feeling that it's best to keep them all in one place. Then they exchange some friendly words, the music plays, everyone smiles, and we get to see the first look at the 6th member of the Gokaigers. Ooh, sneak peeks. And then, we are treated with one of the greatest credit sequences ever. Man, I love this song. So, that's the whole movie, and well, I love it. Yeah, some of the writing doesn't make a lot of sense. The CG is pretty bad, and I feel the returning actors could have had a better role than helping some stranger. But you have to look at it for what it is. It's a children's film, which is non-stop exciting fan service and action. The clean kind of fan service. I say check it out. It's really entertaining. A coin. I wonder...